Moi, 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 moi.
Moi, moi, moi.
Hello.
Hello? Hello, hello? Goodness gracious. I had so much energy these past 2 days to get shit done. And then yesterday I ended up busting out 11 pages of Skyfell. Chapter 6. 11 pages of sketch. I should clarify, I didn't somehow speedrun finishing 11 pages in a single day. I don't think that is physically possible. Listen, like, I knew I would work a lot, but like, listen, hold on. I'm just gonna pull this up. I'm not gonna show you the pages, but I will show you. This is the total pages for this chapter, for chapter 6. And I'm gonna be honest, I think I cooked with some of these pages. When did the sub pictures change? They literally, that was one of the announcements that I was gonna make, but I got distracted in talking about why I'm kind of tired today. So, you guys may have noticed the sub badges are different. Yeah, the sub badges are different. I just changed them in between last stream last week and you know, now. So they're a little bit different now. They're a little easier to see.
I have been here
oh,
for
goodness.
a while.
You have been here for a while, my goodness. But yeah, now there's all sorts of different ones. They're very fun. I had a lot of fun just sort of it honestly took me half a day to see what is a good. It's hard making sub badges. Can I just say that? It's difficult to make them because it is an 18 by 18 pixel image. I don't know if you guys have noticed my art. The canvas size I use is 2,100 by 2,800. So it's been it was quite a day, but I eventually settled on what we currently have, and I think it's pretty good. Hello everyone. Hi babies. Ronnie, why you? I think you could maybe bang out 11 full pages of a flashback scene. Even then, like, but this was like 11 full pages. Like, I'm gonna show you guys exactly one thing. Just one thing, okay? I'm gonna get rid of the dialogue real quick so you don't see that. I just want to show you the face that I sketched, okay? Because I really do think that I cooked with this. Just it's a really good face. Okay? That's all you get to see, but I just wanted to show that off. Yeah, no worries, baby. Yeah. There's a lot of art that I've been holding out on you guys, and it is entirely because it is spoilers. I will eventually be able to show you guys stuff, but yeah, we're now entering the funny thing of the comic art that you're going to be seeing is months old. And my art has changed quite a bit since. Now, a new page is out. If you have not gone and read it, you should go read it. You can do !Skyfell, and you can choose a platform of your choice to go read the new page on. Yes, and also new page on Patreon. Actually, Patreon, important. Patreon. This is the last week for this chapter. Chapter 4 will be wrapping up this week on the Patreon. And then next week for everyone else. And then we're going to be on a 3-week hiatus. Yeah, chapter 4 is almost done. It was kind of a short chapter. But yeah, chapter 4 is almost done now. And the break is not for me taking a break. The break is so that I have more time to do more pages and have an even bigger backlog. Which has been working quite well, I will say. Let me pull this shit up. Hold up. What am I looking at? What am I looking at? What can I possibly show you guys? Yeah, no, it's written on physical paper. I wouldn't be able to show you guys. But basically, with a 3-week break, the backlog I currently have goes until January. So I get to work at a far more chill pace. Now, especially since I'm finished all of the sketches and stuff. I can just slowly produce my pages. All I really have to do is do 2 pages a week, and I'll be able to maintain my current backlog length. And this does mean I have, yes, like Wild said, I have time to be gay. I have next week and a bit of the week after. I won't be streaming. I'm going on another stream mini hiatus. My stream schedule is so fucking irregular at this point. It's the like, yeah, if I do stream, that shit's awesome. Rare, but awesome. But yeah, I've got a friend coming over, and I am very excited. I have still a bunch of the apartment to clean. But you know, I tackled the bathroom yesterday, and that was the most egregious place to clean. So I'm happy about that. But yeah, I got quite the backlog on Skyfell, so I'm able to sort of take it a bit slower. I don't want to go slow, but I'm going to, at least a little bit, just for the sake of then I can, you know, take longer breaks and stuff like that and do other things. There's like other little comics that I would like to do, and it's I might have actual time to work on those now. Maybe. Maybe. There's a very big maybe though. Yeah, Ronnie can. There is a hiding place in this small fucking apartment that Ronnie is able to hide my pen in that I am still not aware of. And so, yeah, if I really need to take a break and I'm not taking a break, don't worry. My wife will confiscate my goddamn pen. But anyways, I've been yapping enough, I think. I have to make a quick little graphic so you guys get to watch. You guys may have seen like on Instagram and stuff like that. I have, or like on Blue Sky, I have a fun little update graphic. So it looks like this when there isn't a page in there. Chapter 4. It's this page. Essentially, this is just me just trying to find a nice little composition. I do honestly think that this little bit works quite nicely. But yeah. I mean, I would hope that people enjoy watching and listening to me yap, considering that's why I stream. It is to yap. Okay, where is this going? Where do I export this to? Oh yeah, Instagram. Boop. Fuck, what page is this? 23. You are incredibly biased, yes. But yeah, what do you guys think of the new page? Paria is a very fun character to write, even though every time I finish writing a scene with her in it, I just want to like take a shower. And okay, weirdo in chat. But what was the thing? Gosh, I'm really out of it today. Yeah, writing Paria is interesting. Thank you, hon. Okay. So today I have been requested by my wife to draw some Sev art, and then I asked the Discord, and the Discord asked for angst. So, the question is what? I have a few ideas in mind. Oh, what is that? Stabilization. Hello? The fear at realization of angst. Yeah. Listen. Wow, shocker. My community likes angst? Who could have foreseen this? That is so unlike my community. I could have something with her mask breaking. 'Cause I mean, that's gonna... Oh my god, I just realized that's gonna scare the shit out of you guys at one point. Cause, okay, I'm just gonna show you guys the cover for the next chapter. Since, you know, just something to tide you over. Where the fuck are my covers? Chapter covers. There you are. This is the cover for chapter 5. This is also my current phone background because I really like how it turned out. And I like making these sort of just like artistic yet symbolic sort of chapter covers and stuff. And I'm gonna tell you guys right now, there's going to be a chapter in the future that is just going to be a blank floor with Sev's mask shattered. And I get to watch you guys scream and squirm and freak out of what's gonna happen. Mm-hmm. Cruel, I say. Listen, there's going to be a couple of things that it's just that, like, yeah, the chapter cover is going to be incredibly like, hey, Fox, what does that mean? What does that mean? Oh my goodness. Gosh. I feel like I used all of my creative juices. I think I need to do like a warm up or something. Mm-mm. Mm.
Roll for initiative, suckers!
Oh, we're rolling for initiative. That's a 12. Nice. Sort of right in the middle.
Now there's more
Oh. Okay. Just as I was like, yeah, let's try and do some like thumbnail comps. I haven't done thumbnail comps in a long time. And I've been watching this one incredible painter and illustrator, and I've been trying to absorb as much as possible from him. All right. Let us roll a d6. 1. We're drawing Issa. Yeah, because I haven't been drawing her enough as is. Oh, do I draw something from like the most recent script or something? 'Cause I do have there's wait, I'm gonna draw something from chapter 6. I'm gonna draw a thing from chapter 6. Now, this is going to be a slightly inaccurate version, but that's fine. You guys, I hope you guys will enjoy chapter 5 when it comes out in a few weeks. Do you love spoilers? We do not know. Yeah, I mean, listen. I very much enjoy drawing little out of context spoilers. Mostly for my own sanity. I enjoy drawing out of context spoilers. So I can get it out of my system. Because I have this thing where it's like, oh, well, I could draw this one thing that's going to happen in the future, but then I won't be able to show it to my audience. And that makes me sad. And it's the, yeah, sure, I can just draw for myself, but how did I have her face? Hold on. I need to actually fucking pull this up. Give me a second. Where is that fucking face? There it is. Yeah, exactly. And especially it's that I have a complicated relationship with art because it's like, well, a massive part of my job is just showing off my art that I make. And it's really like, listen, I was trained to be an NDA hell. That was a big part of my schooling was just, yep, you got to be ready for waiting for years to not be able to talk about this thing. And just being okay with that, right? It doesn't mean I like it, but it's also the like, yeah, I know this is part of the job. Yeah, you know what this is referencing. Yeah, the little added dialogue I'm going to be adding is, well, I mean, yeah, you guys will see. Yeah, being perceived is a big part of it. And it's the I could entirely be the kind of creator that is just totally transparent because also I have a lot of people who follow the story but don't follow me. Oh, thank you. Wet the dries. Yeah, I have a lot of people who are following Skyfell but aren't following me. So it's the like, yeah, if I wanted to, I could just spoil it. I could just spoil things about this story. Um and then only the people who like watch me or are in the like Fox Den or something, they're the only ones who get to see it, right? They're the only ones who get to know TM. But I feel like that ends up being a bit of an unfair thing, you know? I don't know. It's a weird thing.
Watch your posture. Keep those glutes tucked in.
Hold on. I gotta make this the longest so you've ever heard. Mm-hmm. Okay, now I can posture check. Thank you. Everyone, de-shrimp yourself. Here we go. But there's the doodle. You guys are gonna have to wait on the context for chapter 6. Don't worry, it's like right in the beginning of the chapter though. Oh yeah, I guess it is the 23rd. Happy apparently Rapture Day for all of the evangelical Christians. All right, there we go. She's beautiful. There you are. The tea shop I like is having a 20% off. I survived the rapture shit. Stop. That's so funny. That is genuinely so funny. Honestly, if my merch store was going right now, I would probably have put up a sale. I would have probably done a sale today. Oh gosh. Okay, chat. Who here actually knows about the rapture shit that's going on right now? Because it is a little bit of a hot topic. Hi, D. Oh, we're getting ads in a sec. Yeah, happy rapture. It's just gonna be so silly. So it's just gonna be silly, but also I am worried. Because it's the like, hey, so what's gonna happen tomorrow? Huh? Because the apocalyptic movement starting in the 19th century taking hold in American evangelicalism. Yeah. Yeah. Listen. Someone experiences a little bit of religious psychosis alongside their suicidal ideation, and now suddenly we have you can make a religion out of this. You know? It's not great. But yeah, for those in chat who do not know what the fuck we are talking about, apparently some pastor in South Africa, I want to say South Africa, said that the rapture was happening today, and a bunch of American Bible thumpers went full religious psychosis. People have sold their cars, their homes, their possessions in preparation to essentially die today. So, you know, it's been a bit wild. You can get really good deals on Facebook Marketplace. This is true. I have already seen a couple of TikToks of the like, hey, so to the couple that sold me their car because they thought they were going to get raptured, when it comes to tomorrow and you're still here, you're not getting the fucking car back. You sold it to me fair and square. It's mine now. And it's like, God damn. No take backs. Absolutely not. You know what I had a thought of doing today? I had thought of doing a character timeline for Sev, and then I realized, wait, I would have to figure out mask things. And I have not done that yet. And I don't think doing a character timeline is the time to figure that out. Because it would be cool to do like Shattered Mask, but then I'd have to actually think of what the Shattered Mask looks like. It's the I feel like I've put myself in a corner of like, okay, Sev angst. The thing with Sev is there's a lot of aspect of her story that are absolutely inherently angsty. However, some of them are obviously a little spoilery. Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, this one's like a teeny tiny little spoiler. That you guys are gonna get your first hint of during chapter 5. Weird hand poses. Woo! Fuck. It's the, oh, I have a cool idea for this. Oh god, that means I actually have to know what the fuck I'm drawing. His hands are weird. Yeah, foreshortened fingers be upon ye. Indeed. And I think the last string actually is going to be on the journal. I think that's fun. I think that is very fun, actually. Hey, I think it's just one of those days. Honestly, at very least here, the weather has been absolutely fucking me. Yeah, I woke up and it was very much a, ooh, bones are feeling spicy today. I'm gonna be honest, this might end up being a very short stream because my ring finger on my drawing hand is all kinds of shit. Like, not in place. I had an idea. Actually, wait, I think it's the other way, right? I wanna do ballerina pose. Because if this was modern AU, Sev would absolutely be ballerina dancer. You thought of something funny. Hail in September. I mean, yeah, that happens. Can I rapture the stream? Don't rapture the stream! Oh, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Please don't rapture the stream. I've only been live for 40 minutes. Welcome in, welcome in. How doing? Okay, but yeah, that is one composition. Yeah, really. I should be okay to keep going though. I will trust that I will end stream if my bones get too spicy because the weather is trying to, I don't know, fuck me or something. But yeah, it's you know what it is? It really is just kind of an irritant because it's like, yes, my ring finger on my right hand. This is where I rest my pen because I have a weird little fucking grip on my pencil. So it's just like, no, god damn it. Why? Hell yeah. Yes, art peeps. Hell yeah. I love doing that. That's one of my favorite things. That is actually one of my favorite things to do on the days where it's like I will usually stream, but if I end up like not streaming that day, I'll just be like, art category, give me your artists. It's been great. I found so many great artists that way. Oh, but we just got started. Oh my god. I'm a new baby artist. Oh, hell yeah. Well, welcome to the hobby. Welcome to hell. In like the nicest way possible. Like, welcome to hell. I am currently just trying to get a general composition for the piece I'm working on today. Because I'm doing one of my comic characters, and my Discord asked for angst, so don't throw away your art. You got to keep that old stuff. Take it from me, I'm still so sad. I'm still really sad because I actually threw away a lot of my old art. That shit is torn up and gone, and I am years later, I am so upset over it. Thank you for promoting the comic. Yeah, keeping bad art is actually really important. It will always feel cringe to look at, but I can guarantee you're going to be so glad you kept it. You can see how much you've improved. So there are going to be instances where I've looked back at my massive binder of art that I did growing up, and I'll just be like, hold up, this was kind of fire. I can take some aspects of it and draw it again in like my newer style. I actually let me show this off real quick. So recently I did a redraw of some oldish fan art. Because I was like, yeah, you know what? I want to do one of those like art that I did before COVID versus art I did now, right? So this was the art that I did before COVID. This was 2019, right? And then like 2 weeks ago, something like that, I redrew it. And now it looks like this. And it's the like, yeah, there are some aspects that it's like, oh, well, you know, it's not as detailed with like the hair and stuff. It's like, yes, but the composition is better. And there's a lot better improvements. The lighting is better, things like that. But this is why it's really important to hold on to old art, because there will be things of like, I actually want to be able to see this side by side. It's really, really important to be able to do that. So I always say, don't throw your old art out. Just keep it. Keep it out of sight, sure, if you really don't want to look at it, but keep it. I have moved so many times, and my big old art binder got lost for like 2 years before I found it again. And it's just that like, wow, okay, I'm so glad that I still found this. But yeah. Anyways. Let's get rid of this. Ah, yes, and the doodle. Taking notes here. Hey, I am happy to talk about this. I have been doing art professionally, I want to say since 2016-ish. At least like 2016-ish was when I was doing it like semi-professionally, and then graduated college and then did it professionally, and now this is just my full-time job as an indie creator. So I am so happy. I'm so happy to give tips, help tutorialize all that good stuff. Started last year. Hell yeah, that's awesome. Hey, you know when the best time to start is? Today. You know when the second best time to start is? Tomorrow. Like, whenever you start is good. There is no, I should have done this early. It's like, yeah, you can feel that. Doesn't matter. You started, and that's what actually matters, you know? Yeah, no worries, Scarlett. Oh, hell yeah. Ooh, tattoo pieces. Very, very nice. Listen, so specifically to those first two, I cannot recommend enough how good it is to draw fan art as a way of practicing art. Nothing will make you improve more than being absolutely insane over a character. And I'm being so serious. It is one of the most intensive, but actually like it actually pays off method of learning to draw, because when you are so insane about a character or a media or something, you're going to want to draw that 100 times. And by the end of it, you're going to be so good at drawing it. It's great. Like, the way that I started like gaining any sort of traction was through fan art, obviously. But it was things like, yeah, I was so nuts about these characters. I actually was able to start like analyze, because it's the biggest thing is you get so obsessive over it that you start analyzing things. And that's the really important part of learning how to draw. There's this like excellent, what's it called? This excellent little diagram. You might have seen it like floating around the internet or something like that. And it's basically just like the way your artistic skill moves and changes and shifts, it can basically be rendered down to a little diagram, right? And it's the diagram kind of looks like this, right? So this line is your actual art skill, and this line is your analytical eye for art. And this whole plateauing and changing and shifting, it's why you'll have those times when you've been drawing for a while and you'll just be like, I am not improving. And I don't know why. And it is because your analytical art eye has superseded what your skills are. And you can actually, oh, yes, thank you. Yes, exactly this. I'm just straight up gonna open this. Beep, 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 beep. But yeah. Yeah. It is the most infuriating thing because it's just that like, oh man, I thought I was improving so much and now I just feel like I've plateaued. And it's like, you have kind of plateaued, but that's just because you need to train more your knowledge, right? You need to actually go out and just look at art and actually analyze it. And not just be like, wow, that's so gorgeous. Like, okay, I'm gonna pull up some art that I have saved. I have a private little Discord server for things like art references and stuff, right? I'm gonna show, actually, this is a great example. I'm gonna show this piece that I picked up today. Because I was like, wow, that water rendering is nuts. And it's so clean, and I really want to understand how they did it. So when you're in that thing where your art skill and your perceived skill is sort of the same, you're just going to be like, wow, this is amazing. But when you're feeling that art slump, it's really important to be like, okay, I need to find the art that inspires me and zoom the fuck in and look at what is actually being done here, right? Like, it'll be things like, you know, again, it's the looking at this like, wow, that's so gorgeous. It's like, okay, so let's break it down, right? So we're doing art class. You know what? We're doing art class. Let's just use like a really bright pink. Nope, that's actually terrible. Let's use yellow. That's great. All right. So first things first, we have an incredible line of motion here, right? Line of motion is going to be one of your best friends when it comes to doing really expressive pieces, right? So we got these like flowing lines of motion and then a cut through the middle with her body, right? And then there's the arms that are also adding to these like sharper angles to the fluid sort of curves and whatnot, right? Then on top of that, if we want to look at just like painting, right? A lot of the painting, it's done, this is like one brush. Nothing here is super rendered. A lot of it is like really just blocky colors, you know, like the shadows are really crisp and clear, but it feels rounded because there's all of these smaller little subtones on like the skin and reflections. Like this reflection here is reflecting from the skin underneath, stuff like that. There's there's things to be said about like the use of like camera focus and stuff like that. But if we're just thinking of just pure technique for a second, right? Yeah, and like how the light is super bright here, so the hair is like super light, even though her hair is black, blah, blah, blah. And then her face is mostly in shadow, but you see here along the bridge of her nose, there's that reflective light coming from the sky. Because skin is really, really reflective. Mind you, when you've got lighter skin, it's not as obvious. When you have melanated skin, like if you have really, really dark melanated skin, your skin is going to be so beautifully reflective. And you really, really get to see those like gorgeous shapes on the face, right? And then like, the reason that I saved this was specifically because of the water. I just want to talk about these shapes. These shapes are so simple, right? That is massive eraser, hold up. But these shapes are so simple, and all it is just sort of splotching and dotting and erasing and things like that. It is so, so simple, but why does it look so good? I personally think it is because they understand how light creates refractions. Like the little hints of red in here because of the fish that is being formed and stuff like that. But it's also things like, yeah, you can see her hand and all of these like darker tones that are coming from the shadow of her skin in the water in like blotches, because through water, you know, things aren't entirely. This is a great example right here where it's like, yeah, this is supposed to be this fish back here, but it's still like, it's like, yes, it's vaguely in the shape and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just, there's so many cool things about this piece. I eat it up, absolutely eat it up. But yeah, so all that to say, analyzing art that you really like is such a good way to improve your own art. And it can even be things of just like, hey, I really like this pose. And I really want to like look at it, right? Or wow, this composition is really, really nice. Oh, this is a great example. Here. A fantastic example of color and of drawing the eye to something. Because this is showing principles of just basic things like, yeah, hey, so brighter, vibrant color is going to draw your eye almost immediately, right? All these fun little leaves up here and stuff like that. They're going to catch your eye, and then you're going to see, because of the contrast, this stark figure in this just very, very faded atmospheric background. So they stand out a lot more, right? But yeah, I have been collecting so many artists since joining, specifically Blue Sky, actually, that are just absolutely incredible artists. I should make a starter pack, actually. I realize I have the power to make a starter pack. And I should do that with some of the artists that I just like devour their art. But yeah. So analyzing art that you really, really like is super, super important. There's other things that I could show off. And then there's things that I can't show off because we're on Twitch. But that is another piece of advice I'm honestly going to say is look at NSFW art. That is also a really great way to see how artists are doing things. Similarly, if you ever want to improve on anatomy, just draw NSFW art. Yeah, by all means. By all means. If you're in the Discord, go for it. Yeah, listen, NSFW art is super fun. And it really does help you, because it's all problem solving. That's been one of the best ways for me to sort of like look at oh my god, no, they're so much more complicated than you'd think. It's just like, yes, let me draw some boobs. Yes, a 1 and a 2. And then you're like, wait, actually, why does that not look good? And then you gotta be like, I gotta learn anatomy. Ooh, wait, I actually had a fun idea. I have a fun little composition idea. Oh god, I would need to actually know how to draw back muscles. Fuck! Oh no! Where's my little anatomy book? Hold on. It's me. Yeah, it is very, very interesting actually having that first experience of like, yeah, I can imagine it in my head, so obviously it's going to be easy to translate to on paper, and then you get humbled very, very quickly. um life drawing classes, like nude life drawing, is so useful for learning anatomy quickly. You will be absolutely challenged by doing, I had, through my 4 years of when I was in animation, we had life drawing class, and it's all right, we're doing warm-ups, that means 30-second gesture drawings, and it's like, sorry, what? It is an absolute skill that you have to practice and hone in order to even hope to have it look even somewhat decent. Okay, actually, I'm kind of liking this piece. Hmm. I'm kind of liking this composition. Should her hair be down? Hell yeah. Do I post in the creative? Yes, creative corner is for posting art that you did. If you come across art that you like, that you didn't do, that would be in media. Yeah, I'll check that out after stream. Mm, that happens. Yeah, no. Twitch mobile. I mean, can you find a less functioning app than Twitch fucking mobile? Mm. I want to save this composition for something later, but I think I might go with this one for this piece. Yeah. This is going to be saved for a future piece. Eventually. Eventually. Alright, I need to take a picture of my hand. Because it's foreshortening, and I could try and freehand that, haha. But like, you know, I don't want you guys to see that too much. There we go. That one's good. I'm actually gonna send that to myself real quick. I want to have that side by side rather than holding that in my hand. Pass through. Welcome back. I'm getting a very blurry picture. Listen. Sometimes that's just what you need to do. All right. Mm-hmm. References are absolutely vital. I've been unfortunately seeing mostly like stitched TikToks, but apparently there is once again the rise of idiots that are like using references is cheating. And it's, I mean, kind of pathetic, but and I mean this in the nicest way possible, but when I go and look at the artists who are saying using references are cheating and I see their art, it's very obvious they don't use reference. And I think perhaps some of those artists could benefit from using reference. Photo reference is very, very good. Everyone in the professional field uses references. They have to use references because, geez Louise. Yeah, you gotta, like, as you can see here, this is a picture that I just took. Yeah, it has genuinely been, like, a bit disheartening seeing stupid drama of just, like, no, using references is bad, and you're basically just copying something and tracing it, and it's like, there's a reason why I don't really interact with a lot of online art communities, and it is almost entirely because they say shit like that. Yeah. Tracing is here's my thing. Tracing also not bad. Tracing helps you train. It's just similarly to studies, you should not be posting those with things like, look at what I drew, because no, that is just then straight up theft. But if you're posting things like, hey, look at this study I did and here's the original, do those, actually. Those are great. Studies like that are super duper important. I've been wanting to actually do a few more. There's a couple of like different lighting studies that I want to do, where it's just the like, yeah, I'm going to not use any blending modes on my art program. I'm just going to saying I'm just gonna raw dog the art sounds bad, but I can't think of a different way to say it right now. There we go. That is a pretty decent hand. Now, the second thing.
Okay, you're forgetting one very important thing.
Thank you for the
Yeah, no, but you're
reminder.
definitely forgetting it.
Now I will get one in a moment. Ooh. Oh, there's so many different ballet poses that are great. I do kind of like this one though. I do enjoy this one. I think this is a solid pose. All right, we hit save. Also, we'll take a quick break. I'm gonna run to the bathroom, fill up my water again. Let me just save this. And I guess we're also doing a doodle. Hi, babe. Where's my illustration folder? There it is. All right. So, yes, a doodle for when I get back. But yeah, we will be right back. I'm going to run a quick 1-minute ad. I'm going to fill up my water, go to the bathroom. Everyone take a stretch, look away from the screen for a little bit, drink some hydrating liquid. It doesn't have to be water, preferably water, but that's just me. And I'm going to put you guys on the fan art break screen. All right, I'll be right back. We're back. All right. Crunchy, crunchy hands. This one. There we go. Why do I have... Nice. Sorry, I'm seeing things in the Knowers server. That is actually really solid. Yep, I'm stealing that. Thank you. Yoink. Right. Now we're not going to do this exactly. Very least, it's the I need to be able to see how bodies move. Doodle. Thank you. Right. Okay. We do a quick doodle. Hold on. Grab my D6. We are drawing Damien. I know. Wait, how do I do this? It seems that our doodles today are going to be entirely based on shit that is happening in chapter 6. Boo! I'm so surprised, Morgan. I am actually surprised to see you. Hi! I have to draw just summoning my fail girl art, you know? It's important. Listen, sometimes you just gotta summon your favorite fail girl. That's just how it goes. Oh gosh, hold on. That isn't the right angle. There we go. Yeah, you gotta. I am hoping for people to enjoy the fail girl as much as the knowers do. Yeah, it's the she already has fangirls. She already has people being like, actually, this is my favorite, like, non-main character so far. So I hope that people enjoy her as much as the knowers do. Listen, Mallory is doing her best, all right? I cast summon fail girl. And then obviously we gotta include a little bit of Oh no! No worries. There we go. Summon fail girl. Tiny tiny little haunts. It is fun though. Having this character now, I get to establish the mail system, which is not something I thought I would ever be excited about. But I am excited about the mail system in this world. There you go. There is the little doodle. Thank you for redeeming doodle. Yeah, no worries, honey. Probably gonna need to pull in the 3D model for the mask. Just to make sure I get it nice. Honk! I need to can ow! Oh, wrong spot. Whoopsie. There. That should actually be hitting me. I forgot. Now, she's gonna be doing with her hand is holding her journal. I'm thinking about Knights of Guinevere again. I think I gotta rewatch the first episode. There's so many little things. Elliot, hello. Hello, lovey. The posing is very cock. I mean, kinda, but that's just general, like, princess type of shit, you know? Hello. Yeah, I also want her braid to be dew and shit, you know? Is her hair actually the song? No, but for drama's sake, yes. All right, let me figure out clothes real quick. I can't actually remember how long the little tails are. Hold on, let me character sheet. That's Issa. Nope. I cannot be thinking about Issa every time I'm drawing Sev. And same in reverse. The gays, they yearn for each other. That's just how it goes. There we go. Little more meat on the bones. Yeah, I think that looks sick. You yearn for the mines. Oh yeah, that does remind me. So Foxden has a Minecraft server, right? We gotta take it offline for hopefully no more than a day, but maybe longer, depending on how shit goes. But because of some fuck shittery, our server has ended up on a list for quote unquote white hat hackers to invade and cause issues with, because our whitelist system is a little bit funky in order to let Bedrock players get on. And yeah, they're really just assholes that are they've made an excuse to hack onto people's servers and grief. So we got to deal with that. So apologies if you've been wanting to play on Foxcraft today and it's been down. Unfortunately, there's a group of people out there who have no lives and no one that loves them. So they have to cause problems for strangers on the internet. Yeah, nothing was too damaged. And everything that was broken is easily replaceable. But yeah. Just letting y'all know for those who may not have seen it in the Discord. Okay. Yeah, it's actually pretty centered. Damn. Catnip! Hello. Where is this? Oh, jeez. But yeah. Braid. I have a trying to think. Is it under here? No, this is curls. That's shiny. It is just somewhere under here. Ah, there you are. Whee! Can I have my stabilization, please? Thank you. Nah. I mean, does the writing need to be done immediately? There we go. Speeds. Let's lock outline. There we go. There's the side view. It's not for work. It's just for fun reading. Oh, I mean, I'd say why not, but that's just me. Mm. It was this one. Yeah. Aha.
Okay, you're forgetting one
Oh,
very important thing
thank
here.
you.
What's that? I don't know, but you're definitely forgetting it.
Yeah, there we go. So then there's at least like a fun little twist on it as well. Now, last thing is just strings. I think we're gonna keep it relatively simple. Actually, I think this one is going to be on this wrist. And this one's going to be around her neck. Because of reasons. Because of raisins. I am incredibly curious about what you guys are going to think about this aspect of Sev's lore. I'm very curious to hear your guys' reaction to it. Yeah, we could just have 2 on there. That's fine. I was talking to my sister this morning. Just sort of, quick little catch up. And just her being like, so what chapter are you like working on and stuff? It's like, well, I just finished 6. And she's like, oh wow, that's nuts. How many chapters of this story do you have? And I'm like, oh, like 80-ish probably with the way the story is right now. And she's like, what? I thought it was gonna be like 16. And I was like, oh no. 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 This is a big story. All right, let's do some line arts. It shall be multiple volumes. Skyfell Omnibus would fuck. Just that shit would be like a foot thick. I'm already at 100 pages. I would not be surprised if by the end of it, I'm in the oh god, I don't even want to say. I would not be surprised if I hit over 1,000 pages. Oh my god, no. Over 1,000 pages is nothing. I would not, oh god, I wouldn't even be surprised if I end up breaking 2,000 or 3,000 pages. Yeah, I was about to be like, well, yeah, because 1,000 pages, and then I was like, wait, but 1,000 pages is only 10 more of what I currently have out. That's nothing. Oh, shit. Where is it? Set mask. There you go. Do. Something like that, I think. Whoop. You don't need outline. Okay. Let me just adjust the lighting real quick. Light source. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Average is like 25, so yeah, 2000 is probably it's like Bible length. Don't compare my story to the Bible. Most of the words used here are not found in the Bible. And then there's others that are found way too much in the Bible. But that's because I'm doing a lot of commentary. Yeah. Oh no. No, no. Not that much. There we go. Yeah, okay, there we go. So 2,000 pages wouldn't be that big. Yeah, I mean, it's about 2,000 pages. Just as a reference, other reference would be Shakespeare. Yeah, yeah. I am far better with being compared to Shakespeare than to holy literature. um, but yeah, gosh, it's absolutely it's a little scary to think of that it's like, yeah, with the way the story is now, if I continue with what I have planned, it's going to be that huge of a story. Part of me has very much been like, hey, I think there's some things to get rid of. I think there's some shaving down that can be done while still keeping story integrity. And that is the very smart and logical part of my brain that's being like, hey, this story is gonna take 36 years to complete. That's longer than it's gonna take to pay off your mortgage just normally. If you don't do any lump sum payments. Do you really want to do that? And the answer is, no, not really. I don't want to be working on this for like 36 years. Don't be a Rocky. Yeah, exactly. It's the I don't want to be stuck in like One Piece, JoJo hell, you know? I don't want this to be the only thing I ever work on, the only thing I'm ever known for. That's not what this is for. To reset the universe to keep things fresh. Yeah, no. My thing is just it's difficult because this is sort of a story written similar to a D&D campaign. But I don't know if you guys know this. D&D campaigns are only really interesting when they're kept in the D&D format, because trying to adapt that into a serialized anything is hell and doesn't really go well if you don't kill some of your darlings. And it's very, very important to kill your darlings. So, will it end up actually being 80 chapters? I honestly hope not. But if that's what it takes to tell the story, then that's what it takes. I fucking hope not. But. And I'm not going to be resetting the universe, geez Louise. It is still just one cohesive story. It just takes a while to tell it. Also, the next comic I'm putting out is going to be in fucking monochrome. I am not doing full color as a like full length thing again. Absolutely not. I will do full color comics as like little one volume things that I'll sell at like, you know, comic conventions and stuff like that, like TCAF. But other than that, I think Skyfell is going to be the last full color. I was warned by literally everyone, and every single bit of advice that I was given when I was starting Skyfell of just, hey, don't do it full color because you're just gonna have to commit to that. And then I did anyways, like Boo Boo the Fool. So I was like, yeah, but it's only going to look good if it's in full color. And to my defense, I was right. This would not have looked as good if it was just monochrome. However, good lord. Yeah, and that's the thing. You guys haven't even seen what the most recent pages look like either, and I think I might just have to show you guys one of the pages in order to really like show off what they look like now, because of just like, yeah, I've had to learn to work with this, and because of that I'm a much better artist for it. What page actually could I even show you guys? I mean, I actually posted it yesterday. I don't really mind spoilering this, considering this is a flashback page. But any future comics will probably look more like this in the sense of coloring. Like, it's all going to be values based and stuff like that. For anyone who was here during its spreads, it's probably going to be kind of like that again. Like limited color, like eye color will maybe be there or something, or like, you know, specific things to draw attention to will have color. But for the most part, fuck no. Maybe a couple of like full color splash pages, you know? I'm okay with doing something like that. Nope. Wait, now I have to actually look at how to hold a pen. I fucked up. Not surprising to anyone. I don't know how to draw a person holding a pen, considering I hold mine in a very weird way. You know what? There's one page I want to show you guys. I don't even mind that it's spoilers. I just adore this page a lot. You can read it if you want or not. But these 3 panels are everything to me, actually. But yeah, my coloring style has changed a lot since the chapter that is currently coming out and chapter 5. So, yeah. And it's it's that funny thing of, yeah, chat is moving slow enough that I know that means people are just using me as background noise. So that means I can just show spoilers and it's fine because no one's paying attention. I hope you are enjoying my little podcast though. Trying to think. Because there was something I wanted to talk about on stream, like when, I like to come prepared for stream where it's just like I'll have maybe a couple of like current topics / trends / just general things to talk about, so that when stream rolls around, I can be like, okay, who's heard about this? And if you haven't, sit down and get ready for my TED Talk, There's something else. Fox Talks is my favorite podcast. I'm so glad. I swear there was another topic. I'm just forgetting now. Sonic racing game. Hell yeah. Ah, yes. It was Claire Obscure. That was what the last little topic that I wanted to talk about was. So, Claire Obscure, right? Incredible French game. I really hope it wins so many fucking awards. Am I going to be upset when it doesn't win Game of the Year? Yes, absolutely. I think it deserves it. But also, this year had a very intense heavy hitter of Silksong to compete with. So I understand why it probably won't. Also, Hades 2. So, I understand that it won't. I will still be horribly disappointed if it doesn't win. I have gotten to the end of Act 2, which I had requested. I had been requested by friends that I had to record my reaction to. I have me playing the opening part of the game also recorded. That is on my VODs channel, by the way. Where you can see me react to what the fuck a gommage is, And then end of Act 2, you can see me understand that Verso girl bossed a little too hard. That Mael had to do something about it. So on and so forth. Yeah, I have many thoughts about the game, and there will probably be a maybe this Friday. Oof, will I do a stream on Friday? Maybe a stream on Thursday. Next I stream will probably be a Claire Obscure fan art stream. Cause there is another little bit of fan art that I want to do post getting to Act 2. And getting to one of the funny things about end of Act 2 is you basically just get to sit there as a movie plays for like 20 minutes. It's great. I greatly enjoy personally when a large portion of my game is just like, and here's the lore. You ready to lore? Here's the fucking lore. I know there are so many people who genuinely hate that, where it's just like, I want to play. I don't want to like watch just the characters talking and me not interacting. I could not relate to that less. I want to be told the lore. I want to see the beautiful cinematics. I want to see it all, you know? Like, yeah, sure, I'm gonna play the game, but I like this nice little break after a huge fucking development of plot. But apparently that is a not common take in the gaming space, which I think is lame as hell. But man, do I have a lot of thoughts on that fucking game. I think torso is a bit too long. I think that's what's sort of bothering me about the proportions. Yeah, that's a bit better. Yeah. There we go. But now too, I do have to ask, what are some games that I definitely need to play that are narrative driven? Because that is very much my biggest thing is there are so few games that I am willing to play, and it is entirely because it's just you should play this at some point. It's like, cool. Is there a story? Because if I want to just play a game for the sake of playing the game, I will go play Minecraft or Stardew. And then Stardew also sort of teeters that, where it's like, well, at very least there is a little bit of story progression. Minecraft is the game that is just the like, yeah, no, I'll have my little 2 weeks of playing it, and then I'm done. But give me a story game, and I'll give you 1,000 hours on Baldur's Gate 3. I think I am actually close to 1,000 hours on Baldur's Gate. But yeah, if it's always my biggest, like, I feel like such a snob for it, but it's that, like, no. If you're gonna recommend me a game, I need you to sell me on the story. Is there lore? Is there something for me to latch onto and shake around like a chew toy? Because if there isn't, quite frankly, I'm not really interested. The only exception to that is for things like co-op games, things like, you know, Repo, Peak, Among Us, you know, things like that. Those I will absolutely play in a heartbeat. But that is entirely because it's this is just a backing track for hanging out with my friends, you know? It's why I latched on so much to like Dragon Age Veilguard, and then I'm slowly making my way through Dragon Age Origins and stuff like that, right? But it's the I need the juicy story. I can handle if the mechanics are a bit jank, so long as the story makes it worth it. That's another example of that. Ooh, honestly, any of the Telltale games. Big enjoyer of the Telltale games. I have been super tempted as of late to go and pick up the Batman Telltale game again. Just play through that again. I've basically forgotten everything about it. And it's just the like, yes, I think I will. Similarly, a bunch of my D&D group and my wife have gotten into Borderlands again. And it's that, like, I could just play Tales from the Borderlands again if I wanted. When are we gonna have Community Peak stream? Oh my gosh. That actually sounds like such a delight. How many people can you get in a single party though? That's my biggest question. Do I have to install mods for that in order to get like a more than just, because I think it's only 4 people, right? Okay. I'm not surprised that there's a mod for unlimited multiplayer. Hell yeah, honestly, might be the thing to do. I'd have to do a little bit of testing, but honestly, that sounds like so much fun. Okay, yeah, let's talk about that. The fact that games like Peak have been now categorized under the horrid name of friend slop. Because, and let me check my notes here, it's a game that you buy to play with your friends just a handful of times. And then you don't really play it again. And apparently, that is a bad thing. Friend slop is the dumbest term I've ever heard for like, yeah, this is just a genre of games where it's like, yeah, we encourage you to play with your friends because it's funny. And you'll see streamers playing it and they're just having fun. This is apparently unacceptable. It's like, holy shit. I'm so sorry you don't have friends to play these games with. Yeah, like Peak is currently, before it was Repo, and before that was Lethal Company, and before that was Phasmo, before that was Among Us, right? And there were some in between there too. I don't see what's wrong with these sort of cooperative multiplayer games that just encourages you and your friends to have silly fun times. And then, yeah, sometimes you can lock the fuck in and then, like, get a good run. That's great. But, like, holy shit, is that not the point? I don't know. I feel like it just, end of the day, it feels like the term friend slop was coined by a bunch of sweaty tryhards that are so miserable that they can't even imagine playing games as this silly fun thing, and that it has to be about winning, right? It's the people who genuinely think that these games are just like the worst thing to come out of the gaming industry. I feel like they haven't touched grass in a long time. And it's the, hey man, when's the last time you just sort of hung out with your friend and really just like talked about stuff? Because I feel like you'd maybe benefit from that. I feel like you're maybe lacking in the bonding, the human bonding department. Because I don't know about you, even when I do try hard, super hard, try hard at peak, I'm still being a silly, goofy little guy. Same with Repo. With Repo, it's more just funny, scary, because then it's like, oh god, okay, stay calm, don't scream when the thing jump scares. It's fine. But like, again, I'm ultimately just here to have fun with my friends. Why is that the worst thing to happen to the gaming industry? What? Welcome back. We're talking about why the term friend slop is sad and pathetic and says more about the people who use it seriously than it does about the games that they are supposedly about. It's adding new wait, what? I didn't know they're still working on Repo. Ooh. I love, personally, and here's the thing too. If you are in like sort of a similar sphere as me, where you follow streamers who it's like maybe they do one thing and then sometimes they'll do like a friend hangout stream where they'll play these stupid games and stuff. Those are some of the most beloved streams where I love having them on in the background and it's just great vibes and stuff like that, right? That's why these games are so damn important. And Repo was the first one that made me just be like, oh, this is actually great to have in the background as I'm working. I don't have to pay a lot of attention. I can just have fun while these guys are like living vicariously of people who I enjoy watching have fun. And it's just that like, oh man, maybe work isn't that bad if I can at least have a little bit of air of joy, you know? It is honestly why I have gotten Twitch Turbo, because I have so many streamers that I follow and watch on the regular, and I can't be subscribed to 50 people at once. But ads are nightmarish on this platform, and a bunch of the people I like haven't really set up their ads great, so it's just like, and spontaneously 3-minute ads, and it's like, what? Absolutely not! And it sucks. But I'm going to say, Twitch Turbo, super not fucking worth it.
Ogie, you're forgetting one very important
thank
thing
you.
here. What's that? I don't know, but you're definitely forgetting it.
Yeah. Twitch Turbo, super not worth it if you only watch like 3 creators consistently. Otherwise, yeah, it's just a complete waste of money. But if you're like me and you work at home and you need, some noise in the home as you're working. You need the dulcet tones of someone talking so you don't start talking to yourself. Yeah, exactly. And then versus so wild how you only have your 4 subs versus me who jumps between a minimum of 13 people. This is just the financially smart thing to do at this point, rather than getting so many subs, which rack up so quickly because it's like, yes, it's only like $9 Canadian, and then GST, which makes it 12. And at that point, why am I subbing to certain people? Who it's the I sub to support some people and stuff like that, but then it's the at a certain point it doesn't make sense. I'm currently only sub to I think about 3 people now because I had to cancel a bunch of subscriptions. And it's entirely so I can have their emotes. That's now my big deciding factor. Is just I want to take your emotes, right? If I want to financially support the streamers who I am not sub to, I will go to their donate link. I think that is so much better. And also then they get the full amount rather than only 20% of what I send them. Oh, wait, no, I need the hand. That is looking really good, actually. Hold up. Rambles aside, that is a really solid pose. I am very happy with this so far. You, Super Butter Buns, Shenpai, and Miss Jackie CR. Yeah, absolutely understandable. And then as of October 2nd, I'll be adding one more subscription. Well, not even on Twitch. I'm just adding a service subscription, and that is subbing to Beacon. Specifically so I can give it out to all of my friends, and then all of my friends who watch Critical Role together, we can all just use the same account. Did you guys wait. Okay. For the critters, did you see that they're no longer going to A, have rebroadcasts, and B, have live chat? I'm so happy about that. Holy shit. Oh man, has it just been an absolute necessity? I don't know if anyone has actually looked in the Critical Role Twitch chat in a while, but my god, is it a cesspool? The rebroadcast sucks, but it is very specifically to just be we're trying to move away from Twitch and just have our own streaming service, essentially, kind of like how Dropout does. Because we don't get the money that we're supposed to be if we're just through Twitch. That's why they also started streaming on YouTube. And why they have Beacon now, right? I think it's a very clever business move. It does suck that no more rebroadcasts for time zone peeps, yes. But also it's not a smart allocation of resources anymore. It used to be fine, but it's gotten so big that it's just not financially feasible anymore. And again, especially because they are having to pay moderators for the rebroadcast, no less. and with how, you know, gestures at the fandom, with how they act, especially in Twitch chat and in YouTube chat, like there is no point. There is no point in trying to safeguard that. So having it just be, the only time there's going to be live chat is during like actual live shows. I respect it, you know? You lining the hand is making me go, damn, fingers are weird. Fingers are so weird. Fingers are absolutely, like, what is the structure, you know? Okay. Woo! Great. I'm actually going to grab the hand, put it on a separate layer, so I can fuck with it. We can turn all of this off. Yay! I don't have a color for control. Blue. Closest thing. Enjoy Freak Nap. Well, enjoy Not So Freak Nap. Thanks, hon. I'll see you later. I'll see you tonight, if not later in chat. Okay. No. It's gonna be her hair color. I don't have to figure out the braid.
Now there's more art.
Oh, we're doing more art. All right. Oh, area scaling. Hold on. There we go. All right. Let me just get rid of this. Yeah. Hit save, and let's do another doodle. Oh, ding. We're drawing Damien again? No, I refuse. What? Okay, so I just rolled two
Watch your
dice
posture. Keep those glutes tucked
in a row, and both of them rolled a 5, which means I definitely have to draw Damien. Thank you for the shrimp check. Oh boy. What do I draw? What do I draw?
Watch your posture. Keep those
Hey!
glutes tucked in.
It was redeemed. It was redeemed. Jeez Louise. This dice. What? Okay. So you're not just weighted on fives? You do actually roll other numbers? Oop. No! Where'd it go? Okay. Moist. Wrong redeem. Gotcha. Thank you for the hydrate. Here's my... Not you. Where is my one pen? Stop debris. There you are. Haven't got to use this in a bit. Let's see. Also, hi, Almond. Wait a sec. I have a meme. Where is it? Too many memes. I'm just gonna do regular schmegular doodle. Haba! Hello.
Yay.
Wah! Oh my goodness, thank you so much for the 9 months! Oh my god, yeah, it is a Twitch baby. What shall we name the Twitch baby? Almondology. I like almondology. That actually does sound like an actual study of something word, you know? It's the signs of almonds. That's got to be what it is, right? Wait, Almonology is a band? That is actually a used name? That's kind of amazing, I'm not gonna lie. I have D&D this Saturday. And I have been brain rotting over a thing one of my players is going to be getting as a little part of their personal quest. Because there's this thing called Vaya's Ire. It is considered to be a kind of a curse that can be contracted by being in an environment. Specifically, the home of the goddess Vaya, which is a mostly just uninhabitable land. But there are, people will still go there because they worship her and stuff. And some of them will contract it. And it basically manifests as radiation sickness. And that's because it is. It's basically just radiation sickness. It's basically just a radioactive land. So one of my players, their dad has the quote unquote curse. And they're looking for a way to cure it. On top of the fact that they have the goddess that the curse is named after currently just sort of possessing them. Don't worry about it. And Ronnie has helped me come up with a really fun way for them to figure it out. But small issue is because they have this goddess of magma and radiation just sort of in them, they're kind of just constantly radioactive a little bit. And when they get told, hey, so you can probably solve this curse that your dad has if you're able to keep this part of a living tree alive long enough for you to get it to your dad and do basically a bone marrow transplant with it. So I'm very excited to see how my player handles that. Very, very excited indeed. Is it Is it going to be a little bit of a continuous challenge? Yes. But yeah, I have so much built for this world. And I'm so glad that I'm running a D&D game, which means I get to flesh it out. Oh my goodness. Ah. Anyways, this turned out way more dramatic than I expected. I'm kind of living for it though. Welcome back. We're doing another doodle redeem. The dice really wanted me to draw Damien, so I'm drawing something extra dramatic so that hopefully the dice will let me draw literally anyone else. Alrighty. There we go. Okay. Hell yeah. The vibes of the doodles are so drastically different, but I'm kind of living for it. Because, like, for context, right? So this is the same character. Same character, by the way. Listen, sometimes you need to be silly. Sometimes you need to lock the fuck in. That's just how it goes. Mitch, hello. Hello, hello. Oh, I sip.
Okay, you're forgetting one very
Oh,
important
and
thing here.
save
What's that?
reminder.
I don't
Thank
know, but
you.
you're definitely forgetting it.
Oh. Did not notice this. Whoopsie. It's going good. We're drawing some dramatic angsty art of Sev. And I did some doodle redeems that are silly and then serious because the dice insisted that I draw Damien again. So we made it extra dramatic so that the dice might be satiated. Just a scotch. How are you doing? I actually don't have her journal color. I will just come up with something. Buddy. So you're not streaming, right? So you're gonna rest? Midge! Mihei. You can't you can't keep pushing yourself. Like you keep doing this type of shit and then you're like, wow, why is it like so fucking difficult for me to do some of the basic things that I want to do? And then you do stupid shit like that. Hey, it's not too late to just cancel stream. You can just do that. No one can stop you from stopping stream and just taking a rest day. Your community will understand. They're not entirely full of assholes. You've made a good community. They will understand if you need to take the fucking day off. Oops. I'll just color that in. I ever did it in PT. Yeah, so definitely fucking take a break. And wasn't there like it was Monday, so was there AWAR last night? Yeah, so stop goofing too much towards close to the sun and actually take a break. Especially, it's the, buddy, we're both disabled. We both know what it is like when our body says, all right, you've had enough, and shuts you the fuck down. It is very, very infuriating. But rest is important. And also, things are so much easier than after you take a break. All right, I'm done preaching. I am indeed a preaching preacher. Yeah, that's good. Having limbs propped up, that is good. That is very smart. I actually need to sort of restuff my one stuffy that I use as a pillow for between my arms when I sleep. Because it does its job, but it's not doing its job enough, and I needed to do a little more. But yeah, ever since getting a one of those like long pillows, I have those underneath my knees when I'm sleeping on my back, and that shit is divine. But in better news, I tried lactate for the first time and ate an entire block of cheese with no consequence. Living my fucking dream right now. I am actually incredibly fucking jealous. How dare you? I miss being able to just eat cheese and not think about any consequences. Felt like a superhero, is that dope? Well, people don't exactly feel like superheroes after eating cheese, but they definitely don't feel any ill effects, so yeah, kinda. Alright, there we go. I know, right? I wish I had the ability to just consume any sort of cheese that I wanted. Alas, I am confined to goat and sheep and anything that is not cow. And those are expensive, and everything's expensive right now. And it sucks. That sucks a lot. Alright, tattoo. We do 2 tat colors. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, I gotta do the thing. Anytime I want like regular schmegular cheese and stuff, or like I have someone visiting or something, I will basically do an entire week where I am super good about cow milk intake, and like I don't let up on anything and stuff like that. So then specifically when the person comes to visit, my meter is sort of reset, and I can basically just go as normal and not really have to worry about milk in my food. Because for me, I don't have the problem of bad toilet time after having milk. No. I have my sinuses block up as my problem with milk, which is bullshit. You're close to the part of the US that farms a lot of goat milk, so it should be more accessible. I mean, I get Canadian goat milk. We don't tend to do a lot of milk imports in Canada. Not that much. Milk is one of those things in Canada that it's so like prided upon of like, no, this is Canadian milk. So yeah, even our goat milk is like kind of like that. It's like, this is Canadian made. It's like, okay. Welcome back. Stream has been good. We are just doing a little bit of Sev Tattoo, and then we can start working on lighting and whatnot. I have to do the string as well. That's important. All right. There we go. Yeah, this is looking good. This is looking good. Thank you, thank you. New page is out today. If you haven't seen it yet. Tis a fun one. Yeah. Okay, that's not terrible. Um Hey, I mean, now is a good time. The comic is about to go on a small 3-week hiatus in between chapters. Now is absolutely the time to catch up on it. Let's put it in blue light. Thoughts on Knights of Guinevere? I'm going to be rewatching the pilot episode when stream is done because I need to consume it again. I am incredibly mentally ill about it. Is my thoughts. Yeah, there's just everything about it is delicious. I am so happy that Glitch reached out to Dana Terrace to make this show. And thank goodness they did. I have been missing the tasty, tasty Dana Terrace content in my life. Ooh. Ooh, I just thought of a really fun way of doing the lighting for this. Hold, everyone hold. Okay. So, if I'm so sorry, D, if you're here. If do shadow like this, have this be very strong reflective light. Yes? Light bounce off, hit underneath of Sev. This light, super strong, super bright. Very, very stark lighting versus shadow, and then all of the ambient lighting will come entirely off of this. So in practice, I will be able to show you in a moment. But first things first, let's just get... Now, I am going to actually... Do I attempt it on this one? Do I attempt doing no blending mode, painting only for this piece? I'm very tempted to. Truly, honestly, I am. Yeah, something like that. And then grab this color. Just add scotch of reflective light. We erase a little bit here. Yeah. Hold on. Oh, Midge, if you're still here, are you... He's still holding. Okay, you can no longer... You can not hold. You're good. You can no longer hold. Yeah, okay. Midge, if you're still here, have you played Clair Obscure? I can't remember if you have. Release hold. Exactly. That's the word. You can release your hold. I think Mitch might have stepped away. I need more people that I can talk to about Clair Obscure. Because I got my two besties to share memes with. But it's also I haven't finished the game yet. And that means I am in danger of spoilers. I have to be very, very careful. Because I have unfortunately been exposed to a few spoilers. Because Tumblr and people I follow just simply did not tag anything. Yeah, that's cool. Maybe not. Hold on. I do want to do, like, smaller streaks, but I think that needs to be, like, its own thing. Yeah, we'll figure that out after. Let's, in the meantime, let's try and paint. Let's actually try and paint this. It's gonna be interesting. Oh, gosh. Ah. Tattoos. Okay. Alright, fuck me, I guess. No painting on this one. At the very least, for just, my own sanity. That actually looks cool. Um, um, I do need to practice painting though. Because I've gotten relatively good at using blending modes and stuff, but it is also I would also like to be good at just straightforward painting. I think I can do at least some painting on this. But just at very least for this initial pass through, does have to be done like with a multiply layer. I've not set this up to be very good for just painting. I need to practice lineless as well. That's kind of a part of it, is just sort of almost sculpting with paint. I wonder actually if John is going to, is it John or Joe? I can't fucking remember. I'm gonna be so honest. It's Jay Stiller. I wonder if he's actually live today. That'd be cool. But he might only be live on like Mondays.
Ogie, you're forgetting one very important
Ooh,
thing
thank
here.
you.
What's that? I don't know, but you're definitely forgetting it.
Food. Good food? What good food? Did you get good food? Oh, do you mean the art? Sorry. I entirely was thinking that you just got good food or something. Hey, you can't blame me. You have you make very good food, okay? But yeah. We're definitely cooking with this one. It's turning out pretty good. Pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. How it's going right now. It'd be cool if I could make this into like a print. I think this would be really good as a print. Because I do have an in print. I should put stuff on my imprint. Damn. Oh yeah, for Patreon people, for anyone in a part of the Patreon, how'd you like the pages? Did you like the way that Damien does his magic? Do you like how it looks? I am asking this entirely because I did so many different versions of Damien's magic and eventually landed on, well, you'll see next week for those who aren't on the Patreon. I downloaded an entire brush bundle just so I could make his magic look nice. I had a lot of fun with it. I haven't really been able to I haven't been able to design effects properly in a while, so working on how Damien's magic looked was very fun. And also reminded me why I don't work in the industry, because if I had to make a reference like guide for how to draw Damien's magic or something like that, that guide would be absolutely incomprehensible. No one would be able to understand it. I would get so many people angry at me of just like, what the fuck does this mean? None of this is understandable. Fix it. It is hard to come up with guides to pass off to other people, because that means I'd have to understand what the fuck I was doing in the first place, and that's no. You see, I do not know how to explain how I do the art. I just do the art. Well, see, I say that, but I literally had an entire segment earlier this stream where I like taught how to analyze art and stuff like that, and like how to approach drawing art and stuff. But like you get what I mean. You get what I mean. Nah. Let's keep this just as like a plane. That's fine. We'll make just this edge be sort of like shadowed. All right. There's the Stark light. I'm just going to do a little bit of that. All right. Just want to add one more clear area on the arm. All right, cool. Great. I'm going to just very quickly do that. And nope, that is not the glow. Hmm. All right. So that is the overhead light. Now, for the reflective light, this is, I think, the part I'm gonna paint. Actually, where's my soft debris? I think coloring the lines will also help a little bit. I don't want to color them too much, but you know, just enough. The music stuck? No. This is just sort of synthwave, so. Actually, yeah, I wanted to switch earlier. Let's listen to Sev's playlist. Ooh. Yeah, that is kind of how synthwave tends to go sometimes.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. What? What am I being fox dotted for? The thing with synthwave is it puts me in a focused headspace like nothing else. And it just sort of drones in the background and lets me focus, right? Which is great for me. Not so great for the audience if the audience doesn't like synthwave. Ah, I see. You're fine. Let me actually get rid of these since we don't need them anymore. We can use the whole screen. Oh yes, here. Well, oh my god, I've been going for 3 hours? That did not feel like 3 hours. I was about to be like, damn, why is my shoulder twinging all of a sudden? I haven't been going for that long. Boo Boo the Fool. Boo Boo the Fool strikes again. This song playing while working on this piece is juicy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. I like a Picasso. All right. Yeah, that's tasty. Right. Mm, nope. Hmm. All right, all right, all right. Hold on. You do. Gonna do a little bit of this, and a little bit of this. Hmm. I know there's a way of doing this. Yeah, little bit like that. All right. Hand. Oh, nope. Yeah, that's fun. And then the strings, and then we'll be done. Hold on, hold on. I need to see the background. There it is. Okay. Mm. Yeah, that's way too thick. I don't want it to be entirely clean. Yeah. Yeah. Like, just sort of textured. I could use a different... What's this one? How do you look? Ooh, yes, actually, that, I want that. That's the one. This one's gonna be like behind the book. This one too. Yeah, because this one's going to her neck. Yeah, that's fine. And then we just go like this. Yeah. Yeah, this looks good. All right. Finishing touches. Excuse me, where's my stabilizer? Why is there no oh, there it is. I was like, why is there no stabilizer on this pen? Oh, we're gonna be getting an ad in a minute. I'm actually gonna just snooze it. Because we're almost done. And I will just be sending you guys off. No need for adverts. Mm-hmm. I love this song. It is so genuinely fucking sad, but it is such a good song. Unfortunately, far too many people have put it on playlists that it does not belong. And, like, a bunch of character playlists, like, existing character playlists, and it's like, this does not match that character in the slightest. And it's like, no, there's a reason why it's on Seb's playlist. There we go. Oh, that looks so good. Wait, what the heck? Wait, that actually fucks. Oh, shit. Oh, damn, that actually bangs. I was so uncertain if this would work. I was so certain to just call it a wash and just be like, well, that happens, you know, sometimes it's not great. No. No. I cooked with this. I thoroughly cooked with this. I'll put slight glow. Yeah, sip. Oh, hydration. Thank you for that. There we go. Just a scotch. And that's all it needs. That's really all it needs. Guys, I think we're fucking done. Now it's just filters and signature. Woo! I wasn't expecting for this to work. I straight up listen. I'm gonna let you guys know right now. A lot of the time, I don't end up having a lot of confidence in my art ideas like this. And I get worried. It's just like, oh man, is this actually gonna like turn out okay? Or is it just gonna look good in my head and then I try it and it doesn't work well? All right. Let's put that. There we go. Got some fill grain. Oh, for goodness sake. Snooze the ads. Mama's done. I'm gonna fucking raid out in a second. Alrighty, but gang, thank you so much for hanging out. Ooh, let's switch actually to let's switch to this one. Just as a as we head out. I'm gonna put this up here. Not that big, but ooh, actually, I don't want people to get rid of my signature, because unfortunately that has happened. I'll put it right here. Right in that little. Yeah, that looks good. Touch brighter. There we go. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out and watching me do this art. I appreciate the company. Let's go find someone to raid to, shall we? Let's see who is live. And preferably doing art, but also if they're not doing art, that's okay. Ooh, yes. We're going to go raid to Octogear. Absolutely. Incredible artist I stumbled across. That just like stunning. You guys know how it's like I'm practicing on doing lighting good. This is the absolute goat of doing tasty lighting. So we're gonna raid over to Octogear. Give them some love. I will see you hopefully on Thursday. Yeah. That's kind of it. Right. Nope, wait. All right. Bye. Yeah, I fucked up my, it's fine. See you guys later.
And now that we're finally here, it just feels good, dude. Oh my goodness. Foxology, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, Foxology and Raiders. If you're not familiar with me, I would like to introduce myself real quick. Hello, name's Octogir, Norwegian artist, illustrator, and streamer, currently working on this Majora's Mask piece. And here are just some of our current WIPs that I hope to finish within the next 2 weeks. So welcome in, welcome in. Oh, the good stop, Almonso, goat of lighting and shading, dude. Thank you. That is so kind. Fox words not mine, but they're right. Thank you. Is Fox currently unavailable? Because if, you know what, we would love to see what they were working on today if they were, you know, doing art. Ah, haha, you are here. Hello. So, are you an artist? And if that's the case, would like to, I don't know, show us the goods. If you got any current WIPs, anything that you worked on, stream today, or if you want to I don't know, show off anything else, feel free to do that. If you got an online shop, perhaps anything like that. Ah, hell yeah, give us the art tax, and also you do not need a permit. Links are on by default. The tax must be paid. Yes. Exactly what Boogler said. Oh, links are okay. Thank you for that juicy Discord link. And oh my god. Dude, stop. Dude, stop. This is so good. So, is this your OC or your persona of sorts? Tell me about them. I love the light. And the master hand, like right there with the strings and everything. Holy yummers. And